様、ようこそ、安全で楽しいドライブを。
Alright, hello, welcome, and in this video I plan on installing this little arcade button, 25-cent arcade button in the truck, and I'm going to hook it up to, with any luck, this little board. It's the Daihatsu and I'll show you the configuration when I get it all set up. Basically make my own little melody box for the truck. So melody box, you turn it on, you hit a switch, you whatever, and it plays a little tune, plays any sort of anything. I have 10 audio slots that it can play. I can play them in sequence. I don't think it can do random, but it's hard to tell because the directions are a little confusing. But anyway, I just have it set up with some fun little arcade sounds. I plan on putting it right here in this little spot. It's pretty much perfect for it. There's a space, there's a little cutout, punch out for one switch in there, and it happens to be right below, or right above the original speaker, which is still in here. It's just not connected to anything. So there's already a speaker for it, and I'm just gonna hook it up, get it lit up, and yeah, and I'll show you what we're doing. First thing we're gonna do is take off the dash cover here, and then take out the instrument cluster, which I kind of wrecked the last time I took it out, so I have to be a little bit careful. And then get everything wired. All right, so there's the difficult part to get out. That's the instrument gauge cluster on an S110P. Part numbers right there. So once that's out, then you have plenty of room to get in here, and we're going to be drilling a hole. So right down in there, you can see the original speaker down there. So I've got a 1-inch bit here. Just going to drill a hole right in this little plug, right in the center. The button has a couple of little pins on the back. I'm just going to drill a hole. That way when I tighten it up, it's not going to spin around. It won't move at all. That's what that hole looks like. And we're just going to perfect. And that's what it looks like from the back. It's got a little collar that I can now spin on. Basically, with the instrument panel in place here, this would be near impossible. So I'm just going to crank that down tight, and now this thing is not going to budge. So basically I'm going to just wire this up. I'm not really going to go into great detail here, but here's the Daihatsu soundboard. The speaker, I'm not going to use this speaker. I'm going to wire a speaker, goes into here, and that's all pretty clearly labeled on the directions. I need a power in and a ground. That's going in here. And then I'm using a micro SD card. I have the files preloaded. There is a certain format you have to use for how you label the files. And then I'm going to, then you screw the ground screw on this side into these different screws. Each one of these screws controls one of the tracks that you have labeled. And then the confusing part, the most confusing part, are the different settings, because the instructions are pretty poorly translated. There's also a little volume control. It's a pretty nice little board, and once I have it all wired up and put together, this one even came with a case. You can find them without a case, but I figured I want a case for it. So I bought this one. It's got this little box, and I'm just going to tuck it in behind here once it's all wired up. I'm going to have it wired to the same switch as this bottom voltage meter and USB 12 volt. There's just a plug at the end that I'm just gonna split and run to this. So hopefully that'll work all right. I think it should. So there it is. That's wired, and it sits conveniently on this little shelf right here where I took, there used to be a coin tray in there, but it's got a little lip on it, so that's not going anywhere. All right, so we've got the switch and the LED all installed, wired up. The purple wire's the positive. It came already soldered on here, so on the other one I removed the solder and I just connected it with a quick disconnect. The blue is the ground wire. That one I ran out to the soundboard and to the negative lead that goes to the battery. On this side I split this wire and I ran one up to the top, and then when you activate the circuit by pressing the button, you'll see a little orange switch down at the bottom on the micro switch. That gets pressed in. That completes this circuit and lets the positive wire flow down to the bottom connector. This went out to the soundboard. Now I'm just gonna slip it right in to the socket here. You have to kind of do it at an angle, push it in, and then turn it, and it should be good to go. We'll test it right now by turning this on and turning this on. And just for my own future self-reference, if I ever need to unplug this switch, I can get my hand in behind these wires here, grab the little LED, and twist it from inside, pull it out, and then pull it through. Now I just have to put all this back together. I'm going to clean it up a little bit first. Here's what it looks like. And there's my new button. Press and hold, and it...
Daihatsu Hijet オーナーの皆様、ようこそ安全で楽しいドライブを。
Anyway, you get the idea. Now I'm going to take it for a little drive and see if anything starts on fire or starts smoking, or if I blow any fuses or anything like that. Alright, so a pretty successful day overall. We got the button hooked up in the truck, got to test drive it, everything worked well, and now I got to finish the day out here.